Guys, welcome to the 8th episode of the COD Zombies Live Retrospective. Today we are tackling the first DLC map of the Black Ops 1 catalog, that being Ascension. But before we get started, I do have to make a huge shout out to Beam Me Up Scotty for finding the secret phrase that they left a comment on in the Dead Ops Arcade video. So thank you so much, Beam Me Up Scotty, and thank the rest of you guys for liking, watching, and commenting on any of the videos in the series. I am forever grateful for that. Never let that be unsaid. So let's go ahead and launch into Ascension. So Ascension, like I said, was the first DLC map that came out with Black Ops 1. It also is the first one to have a full main quest Easter egg. So most of the time when you hear any talk of zombie maps nowadays, you always hear the word Easter egg thrown around, and that kind of stems from this map inventing the main quest. Like I said, when we did the Doris episode, one could argue that Doris was technically the first one with the flytrap Easter egg, but you don't get a reward for doing that. You do get a reward for doing the Ascension one. You get a 90-second death machine power-up. But as we load in here, you're going to see the coolest thing ever, I think, that has ever been done in zombies. It goes black and white. So this black and white, of course, is not permanent. This black and white is not a permanent thing on the map. It does go away and get color once you turn the power on. But I swear this has got to be one of the coolest things that they have ever done in a zombies map. I like that dynamic. It really gives you a good sense of progression. So community-wise, Ascension is kind of a big deal. That being because it introduced 2 new perks. It introduced Stamina Up, which is a fan favorite through and through, especially in the modern zombies era now, where it has so many different upgrades and in the new game augments where it turns you into Sonic the Hedgehog just about. But it added that one, and it also added the absolute fan favorite, PhD Flopper. PhD Flopper has been a staple of the zombies community since this map. It's been in tons of maps. It's also been a meme in tons of maps, which we'll see when we play Black Ops 2. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But those are the 2 perks that got added in this map to keep it kind of fresh. PhD Flopper is actually right over here. Let's see if we can run up and see it real quick. So in this game, PhD Flopper works the same way it does in most of the games. There it is. Where if you dolphin dive from a height, like if you were to dolphin dive from the top of these stairs down here, instead of taking damage like that, you would actually cause an explosion. As well as it makes it to where you are immune to your own explosions. Makes using the ray gun and stuff like that much more viable. But needless to say, Ascension has earned its place in the map rankings of all zombies. Really a lot of the Black Ops 1 maps have. I would say there are 2 things about this map. 2 big things. Thing number 1 is this map has some of the best training spots. Not just 1, not just 2, but 3, I'd say 3, maybe even 4. Oh, there's the death machine. But maybe even 4 spots that you can train on and train super easily. One of them being up here by the PhD Flopper machine. I mean, this is just a big square. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. This is probably my personal favorite, but I will say there is one that the community probably likes more than the square up there. So that's one thing that this map has going for it, and that's a really good thing. This map does have one massive glaring issue, and we will get to that. The quote-unquote dog rounds of Ascension are actually monkey rounds. And those rounds are fine at the beginning, annoying at the middle, and damn near impossible in the high rounds. Even with the Thunder Gun, which this map does bring back the Thunder Gun from KINO as its kind of map signature wonder weapon. So nothing crazy unique as far as wonder weapons go in this, but it did introduce two amazing pieces of equipment. The Gersh device, which has been kind of redone in modern zombies, where if you've played Black Ops 6, it's the same as the Kashmir device. But it added the Gersh device, and it also added the Matryoshka dolls, which is another fantastic piece of equipment. You actually begin that main quest I was telling you about by throwing a Gersh device right out there at that little sparking amp. It'll like suck the amp into the black hole, and then it'll kind of give you a dialogue line from Gersh telling you what you need to do. But we are getting close to getting power on, so super excited to get that done, get color back in the map, and then I'll show you how we can activate the Pack-a-Punch machine, which is also a bit more unique. So if you guys watched the KINO video I made, one of my biggest complaints in there was that KINO, you got set up and kind of fully loaded in that map way too quickly. Ascension improves upon this by making it a bit more time consuming to get to Pack-a-Punch, to make sure you have all 4 perks, and it's not so much extra time that it becomes annoying, but it does add enough steps or kind of things you need to do to add more of a sense of progression, which is a good thing. So here we go. Power on. Woo! And just like that, now we have color. So one thing I want to try to do before we actually activate Pack-a-Punch is get the ray gun out of the box, because if we do get the ray gun out of the box, we will be able to do something super, super cool whenever we do activate Pack-a-Punch. Which I need to be careful because I'm running really low on ammo here, and I do not have Jug. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's run up here. We're going to buy the box real quick. Hopefully we get a ray gun. The box has been super generous to us on these retrospective episodes, so I kind of have high hopes here. Nope, not today. We're going with the CZ75. So to get Pack-a-Punch open, it's pretty simple. You need to find 3 lunar landers across the map, which one of them is the one here up by PhD Flopper, right here. So you will call the lander to the spot, and then basically if you ride a lunar lander, it'll take you back to spawn. That's actually what we rode in on when we spawned into the map. And once you use all 3 lander spots to go back to spawn, you can launch the big rocket to uncover Pack-a-Punch. So this map did a fantastic job, an absolutely fantastic job, of really encompassing the environment that it was trying to portray, which is this Soviet base that's been kind of overrun, that was in like the peak, almost Cold War era. Super interesting how they did it, and it works really, really well. And like I said, the black and white intro before power is such an amazing touch. Okay, so we are going to save up some money here to get Jug. That way this doesn't turn into a 5 or a Dries episode where we've got to reset. But once we get Juggernog, we will definitely start riding some of the lunar landers so we can get Pack-a-Punch open. And as well as we'll introduce you to the absolutely annoying, I don't even want to call them boss zombies because they replace the dogs or the dog round for this map. But those monkeys are absolutely horrendous. Here they are. Alright, so here's the big thing, right? These monkeys are going to spawn. They're not interested in attacking me necessarily. See, they're kind of running away from me. What they're interested in doing is getting to the perk machines of the perks I have, and they will jump, ow, they will actually jump on the perk machines attempting to steal it. So if the monkeys stay on the perk machines for too long, you will lose your perk. Ascension is notorious for being a map where you really can't have more than 1 or 2 perks. Because if you're playing solo like I am now, it is impossible. I mean, you can't guard 4 perk machines. And you have to choose which perk machines you want to guard. So, obviously, if you're playing solo, your priority is going to be Juggernog. But I do want to point out, so since we defeated the round without any monkeys touching any of the perk machines, we actually got a free perk power-up, which in our case is Jug. Okay, that is perfect. So we just accidentally did a glitch. So the glitch that we did made it to where now the monkeys can never take my Jug. So this is like the perfect scenario you hope for when you play this map solo. So the Juggernog machine is right behind this door. But obviously that door is still shut. With that door being shut, that means the monkeys have no way of actually... Am I going to go down? That's horrendous. That's absolutely horrendous. I got too excited explaining what the glitch was all about that I died. Okay. Anywho. Looks like now we're going to be buying Jug anyways. But traditionally, if you have Juggernog and that door is shut, the monkeys cannot actually get in there, therefore they cannot take your perk away. So we had the golden ticket and just fumbled the bag. That is awful. Alright, so this is, like I said, this is one of the easiest maps to train on because it has such overpowered training spots. As you can see, this is honestly super, super simple. Okay, that guy almost got me killed, though, because he just kind of shot off to the side. He was doing his own thing. He was on a side quest. Okay. So once we kind of get this down, this horde trimmed down a little bit. There we go. Is that an insta-kill? Yeah, there we go. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to ride the Lunar Lander. So this is going to take us back to spawn and get us 1 out of 3 completions that we need to access the Pack-a-Punch on this map. But while we're kind of waiting to get to Juggernog here, while we are waiting for the lander to land, I do want to know if you guys could leave a comment down below what your favorite and least favorite part of Ascension are. I want to hear what you guys personally think. That way I could know if I'm absolutely crazy in some things that I dislike or absolutely crazy in some things that I like. Doesn't get any better. But I would say that it's pretty common knowledge, or I guess pretty common opinion in the community, that the monkey rounds, like the ones we just played, are absolutely awful. Alright. So now we've got Jug again, but we had to open the doors to get there. So now we're going to have to guard the Jug machine every time. Seriously? Oh, I don't have enough points. But so I'd say, really, that's the glaring issue with the map, are those monkey rounds. Besides that, Ascension does a lot of good. I mean, I would say that Ascension is the... see, I can't say that, though. I wanted to say that it's the better casual map than KINO, because it's so much easier to kind of train on, get a sense of accomplishment on. But it's not very casual because of those monkey rounds. So, yeah, that's a tough call. That's a really tough call. Yeah, I don't... You know, I'm going to have to retract that. I can't say that this is more casual than KINO. I can't with a good conscience say that. So, alright, we got enough points to open this door to the next lander. Ahead, unload into the horde real quick, build up these points. I will say, just like KINO though, this map has a absolutely phenomenal secret song. Alina Siegman, like I said, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Did phenomenal. The secret song on this map is called Paradoilia. Super overlooked. I'd say underrated. Oh, please don't go down. I would say a very underrated secret song. Alright, so we'll take the second lander now, back to the spawn room. So now we only need one more lander to activate Pack-a-Punch. That way we can get a weapon packed and kind of give our final thoughts on Ascension here. Yeah, I mean, just look at the... In this era of zombies, something of that scale, like that rocket, really didn't exist. I mean, that's just a fun thing that they did with overall scale. I mean, because it's massive. It looks like a full-size rocket. And when you launch it, if you're down there, it'll hurt like a full-size rocket. All right. So 2,100 points. We should have enough. to get into the last lander room. Or honestly, I need to buy the box because the CZ75 is really not going to carry very much anymore. So we'll buy the box. Hopefully get a ray gun here. That way we can... Because if you get the ray gun, you can actually blow this rocket up. Nope, we got a shotgun. But yeah, if you get a ray gun, when you go to launch the rocket, you can shoot it and explode the rocket before it launches. It's kind of funny. Alright, yeah, I don't think a shotgun's what I need here. One shotgun to the next. They must think we're playing modern zombies. Max ammo, that's good. That'll keep us in the game for a little bit longer. See, that was kind of the biggest issue I was running into with that MP5 and the CZ. I was really chewing through some ammo. I don't... Why did I just go to 360 a zombie? Oh, I've been playing too much BO6 multiplayer. It's a double XP weekend this weekend, so... we're done buying the box. I think that right there, that's a sign. We're done buying the box. But yeah, it is double XP weekend this weekend in Black Ops 6. So make sure if you guys do have that game, get in there, and double gobblegum earn rate. So make sure you're taking advantage of that this weekend. But I can't believe. Oh boy, I'm gonna tell my buddies about that one. I will say, for the Call of the Dead episode that's coming out after this, it will have another guest star appearance. It's going to be from none other than my good friend, NC Jackdaw. Whenever he plays Call of the Dead with us, you guys will kind of get to know him a little bit more. But he is going to be a major part, capital M, major part of the Black Ops 2 run of this series, just because that's where almost all of my core zombie memories were made, and they were made with him. So you guys are going to get some awesome stories and some awesome insight on the Black Ops 2 generation. So that is something to look forward to. Alright, let's go ahead and build some points up here. So, back to what I was talking about, comparing this to Kino for Black Ops 1 maps here. Like I said, I can't stand firm on that it's more casual, just because of the monkey rounds, but I'm having more fun just playing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the map's training spot isn't necessarily the only training spot I can use. Like, once we get pack open, I'll show you another one. But I just can't wrap my head around it. But I'm enjoying Ascension more than I enjoyed Kino. Alright, so now that we have 4,000 points, that will allow us to get the lander activated. See, now we have to play the game Protect Jug, so we've got to wait a second.
This doesn't sound good.
And basically, whenever you do these monkey rounds, this is all you're doing. You're picking a perk to defend, and you're defending it. Now, the reason I said towards the end that these monkeys become damn near impossible to deal with is it gets to the point to where even the thunder gun, the wonder weapon of this map, doesn't even kill the monkeys. It just simply knocks them over. They get up and keep going. It can take like 2 or 3 pack-a-punch thunder gun shots to deal with the monkeys. Ooh, hello. But fortunately, since I only have Jug, I will get another free perk to briefly use while we are finishing up today's episode. So that's good. Hopefully it's stamina up. I can move a little quicker. Alright, what do we get? Oh my god! I need to buy a lottery ticket, dude! What the heck? Oh, any rumors that these are pre-recorded, definitely just... that kind of cements those. They're not. This is definitely live. That's a big reason why sometimes my commentary here is so scatterbrained. But that's so cool. I just guessed what perk we were going to get. That's awesome. Alright. And so see, this map is a lot easier and more the word I'm looking for, streamlined to get to that kind of round 15 threshold that we were talking about at the beginning of this series, because everything there we go, flow, that's the word I'm looking for. Ascension is a map that flows perfectly. Any map that you're thinking of that has amazing flow, compare it to Ascension, and I promise you, you won't see any differences. Well, obviously you'll see map differences, but you won't see anything that your map that you think has perfect flow does that Ascension doesn't have. Okay, so now that we have all the landers activated, oh, this is going to get a little hairy. No, we're good. Okay, now that we have all the landers activated, we can go back up to where the mystery box is. And then once we get up here, we can launch the rocket. You just go up here and then, yep, just a little button. And then you can see it starts opening up. I don't think I have enough points to get in here. No, it's 1250. I'm about to, though. Woo, 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 woo. Open the door. So you can see that this rocket is launching. Now, we can't really go down there too far or we will die to the fire. But you can see that that rocket is launching into the sky. And if we had a ray gun, we could destroy it. And it wouldn't have launched. It would have blown up. So, but now that we have the rocket launched, we have this entirely new area where you can access the Pack-a-Punch machine. And this is probably most people's all-time favorite training spot. It is a massive circle right in front of Pack-a-Punch. And the Black Ops 3 remake of this map, there's also a gobble gun machine down here. I mean, this is probably the map's most well-known training spot. Like I said, I think I prefer the one next to Flopper a little bit more. But you definitely have to give credit to this where it's due. Alright, so we're going to kind of start the final... I don't know why I said start like that. It was weird. We're going to kind of start the final thoughts segment of the Ascension episode. So we're going to start with the good. Here's what I think Ascension does well and does phenomenally. We're going to start with what I just recently talked about, was the flow. When I am playing Ascension, I feel like I don't have to speed up or slow down on my gameplay because the map is put together so well and just the pacing and the flow is really good. The training spots in this map are also very, very well designed. You have this one and you have the Flopper, and you even kind of have, you saw briefly, I was doing a train by the stamina machine. So that is something that's good too. The atmosphere on this map is extremely well done, especially with the intro bit being black and white until you turn power on. There is something to be said what that does for this map. I wish they would bring things like that, which they kind of did in Black Ops 4, but wish they would bring that back a little bit more. So we have atmosphere, flow, training spots. That's what this map does really, really, really well as the Easter egg, the first ever Easter egg. I do have to give it props for that. Now, what does Ascension do poorly? So Ascension is not without its flaws. The biggest flaw is that this map is very unforgiving on solo. I know we aren't getting into the super high rounds here, but it is impossible to really have more than one perk on Ascension. So the next monkey round that we would encounter, I would lose my stamina up because I would have to defend the Juggernaut machine. So you could technically, after every monkey round, keep going through your points and buying all your perks again, but you're just going to lose them. That is a terrible, terrible thing for solo players on this map. It's absolutely impossible to have more than one perk. So, you have that. Another thing that I would say is not good that Ascension does is, besides the equipment that it adds, it doesn't have any kind of special weaponry or like wonder weapon that sets this map apart. It just kind of rides on KINO's back by just reusing the Thunder Gun, which is a great wonder weapon, and the community loves it. But I would have liked to see a more unique wonder weapon for this map. I'd say if I had to pick one more thing that Ascension does poorly is... This is going to be kind of nitpicking a little bit, but wall weapon selection, and this is kind of all of Black Ops 1, but the wall weapon selection and placement on this map does make it a little bit difficult to make sure you are constantly having good weaponry. So there is that to deal with. So now that we went over the good and the bad of Ascension, I'm going to give it my ranking. So my ranking of Ascension might surprise some of you, might anger some of you, and some of you might be like, heck yeah, man. But I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 ray guns. Ascension is not a perfect map, but Ascension is a very, very fun and a very enjoyable map. So 4 out of 5 ray guns is my final ranking on Ascension. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and end the round here. I want to let you guys know that the next episode, of course, will be Call of the Dead. That is the second DLC map from the Black Ops 1 era. And then we will continue this series on and on and on until we get to Citadel Day More. But one thing I did want to mention is I want you guys to absolutely destroy, I mean destroy the subscribe button. We are so close to 100 subscribers, it's actually mind-boggling. And I don't want you guys to miss any of these episodes because I do put a lot of work into these. And it means a lot when I see that. Comments, likes, or subscribes. So, anywho, we'll go ahead and this here. Come on, man. There we go. 2 more. Oh, round might be a little more than I thought it did. Okay. Anyways, now that we're finished up here, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Ascension video, and I will see you guys in Siberia on Call of the Dead. Peace out.